Driving fast straight to my house, I'm thinking of...
After we have been 4 months in Europe, we're back in Mexico, but not back with Capri. We are in Yucatan on the southeast coast of Mexico. And we are visiting Chichén Itzá today, the old ruin from the Maya engine. And this is a castle made of stone, and the tools they had at that time was only tools. They didn't have any metal. And people was living here in the period from 800 to 1200 years before Christ. After Christ, hvad hedder det? AD siger man på det. Okay, and yeah, you can say that it's the Pyramid of Mexico. That's really amazing.
This is the ball game area. You can see the jaguars there, and that's a little jaguar temple there. This is the largest ball game arena found in Mesoamerica. So I'm assuming they also include the Incas in that. It says here that human sacrifices, every time they had ball games, there are human sacrifices. I'm not sure if that meant that the losing team was sacrificed. Sacrifices were by decapitation or being beheaded. At any rate, I suspect this was not a good thing to lose. Here it was much, much better to win. But fantastic. Really, really, really fantastic. These etchings here, these etched stones are really fascinating because you can see that there's stone people etched here. I suspect they're ball players, although of course they could be warriors.
And you have the ball here.
Yeah, okay, there's the ball down there. It says win, and these are ball players. But when you think about the fact that they etch these by using stones to etch other stones, this is really fascinating. I suspect that up there is the goal. I seem to remember reading somewhere once that was the goal, and each team tried to throw a ball, which would have been a stone, through that. Very fascinating. So as I said, that up there is the goal, and try to throw a ball or something or a stone through that. And here it says the panels. In the center, there's a guy holding a knife in one hand and the head of one of the opposing players in the other. So, as I said, losing here was really losing. At what's called houses with 1,000 columns. And you see there's a lot of columns here. And guess what? They keep going. There's lots of columns and even more columns. And a hell of a lot more columns. As a matter of fact, there are columns all the way down in through there into the forest. Now, I don't know if there's 1,000 of them or not, but there's lots of them. We don't know what this was originally used for because we haven't read that far in the guidebook yet, but it is impressive. And just to give you all a good idea of when I say it's impressive and wow effect, we're standing here looking at this, and when I turn about 90 degrees, oh, I'm looking at that. Wow, this is really magnificent. I mean, it's magnificent. So, what they're doing here, flying around up there, and they're picking plants out of the crevices. And you see they're just marching around up there. There's some ropes there they can hang on to if they get in a really tight spot. But OSHA would have a friggin' heart attack if they saw this. I mean, just a heart attack.